Yo guys, so as you can tell by the thumbnail and by the title of this video, I am going to be doing my review of last night's Summerslam for the first ever 2-night Summerslam that had an ending that, in personal opinions, I didn't agree with. Yeah, I didn't feel like there was a need to bring this person back. Felt it was a very odd decision to bring him back. I can understand why they brought him back for what's going on at the moment with obviously the John Cena farewell tour, but on a personal, on a human level, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't call up WWE and say, actually, can you get rid of him and fire this guy and never bring him back, because that's just, I don't have that sort of power to do that. Just a wrestling fan that has opinions on wrestling, whether you agree with them or not. I am allowed to have my opinions on the wrestlers that I like and the wrestlers that I don't like, and that's that, right? Like, you have your opinion and I have mine, right? Like, everyone's not gonna agree with everything, because the world would be a lot better place if everyone did agree with everything, because it would be a lot simpler to, you know, live in a world where everyone agrees with everything. But that's just not how human beings work. We all disagree with each other on a daily occasion, right? And to the people that are coming at people for not agreeing with WWE's decision to bring Brock Lesnar back, you are wrong for that, because again, like I said, people are allowed to have their opinions on a decision that WWE have made, whether that's on a storyline based level or it's on a personal level with a person that they just don't match values with. And that's just what a lot of people don't do when it comes to Brock. Like, our values don't match with one another, and I just don't care for him. Never liked him. Like, I'm not just saying because of what's going on at the moment. Apparently he was cleared for weeks of any wrongdoing, but even if none of that had happened and his name wasn't even a part of whatever was going on, because I'm not going to get into it because I'm not educated enough to go into something that I'm not a part of and have nothing to do with in any type of way. But I've never liked Brock. Like, I've just never liked him in the first place. Like, even pre to what's happening, I've personally, in my opinion, I've never liked the guy. I found him very overrated and boring, and it's just a wrestler that I've just not connected with, and that's okay. Like, that is okay to not like a wrestler, and on a personal level and on a storyline level, that's okay. And I just don't. My values don't match with his. I've never liked him. I don't agree with this whole situation of him coming back, and I just personally just don't like the guy. I just don't care for it. But it is what it is. We'll speak more on it when we get onto the match with Cody and John, because obviously that's what happened at the end of the show. So we'll get more onto it. But other than that, SummerSlam last night was fucking incredible. Apart from the Jake Fatu and Solo Sikoa match, that let it down even more than it was already let down by the ending. But that let it down before even the ending happened with Brock coming back, because that match was very odd. Well, like I said, we'll get on more into that when we get onto the match, because that's not the first match that happened on the night. The first match that happened, I'll get onto my ratings as well about SummerSlam, what I gave it out of 5 at the end of the show. At the end of the review. But yeah, the first match that happened on SummerSlam Night 2 was Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Naomi for the Women's World Championship in a triple threat, where there was no countouts and no disqualifications involved in this match. I predicted that the TLC ladder match would kick off the show, and it's kind of annoying because I literally got the first 3 matches like right, as in like the first 3 matches were going to be the first 3 matches, but I got them in the wrong order. Apart from, well, actually no, I got them in the wrong order. I said the TLC would be first, then Lyra versus Becky, and then the triple threat with Rhea Ripley. So if I just swapped the triple threat and the Lyra and TLC match, just round 1, just gone down 1 and moved Rhea and that up 1, I would have got it all, the whole show correct. But I just Slightly got that wrong, which is really fucking annoying. I almost got the match order completely correct because I got the other 3 matches right. So that's really, really annoying. Sorry, I need to sit this way a bit because the picture will be over my head. But yeah, I did predict in my prediction video that I done on Friday that Naomi would pick up the victory and retain her Women's World Championship, because I felt that it was the wrong decision for her to lose it so quickly, and the character work that she's doing at the moment, it didn't make sense for her to lose, and thank God she didn't, because Naomi is still our Women's World Champion. And I did give this match right here a 4 out of 5, because it was nowhere near as good as the triple threat and the first on the second night of Mania, with Bianca, Rhea and Io. It was nowhere near as good. It was also nowhere near as good as Rhea versus Io at Evolution this past month or so. Well, last month now. Well, yeah, last month, a few weeks ago. But it was still a good enough match for me to rate it a 4 out of 5, because it felt as good as the night 1 kickoff match with Roman J versus Braun and Bronson. To me, in my opinion, I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed that match that kicked off night 1. So I did give it a 4 out of 5. We had a cat and mouse game at the beginning of the match where Naomi was trying to run away from both Rhea and Io, and she wanted those two to beat the shit out of each other before she got involved, but that just never happened. They just end up chasing Naomi around the ring until eventually they got Naomi and Io and Rhea teamed up together for a little bit to attack Naomi. We had a part in the match where Naomi bit Rhea's finger, which was disgusting. Like, you could literally see the teeth marks on Rhea's finger from where she was bitten by Naomi. That was disgusting and very, very weird, but a very Naomi thing to do. Like, a very, very Naomi thing to do. So I'll give it a thumbs up for that, because that was a very Naomi thing to do as part of her whole gimmick that she's got going on at the moment. But yeah, that was funny. We had a nice kick by Naomi into a DDT by Io Sky, where I think Naomi came off from the, I think it was from the top rope. She kicked Rhea and then it went into a DDT, I think, or was it from the top rope, or was it from the rope along the side of the ring? But anyways, it was a nice little sequence, a very, very nice little sequence that they did. We had a brilliant 619 by Io Sky to Naomi, where I genuinely actually thought that Io Sky was going to actually pick up the victory, because I thought she was going to do like the 619 into the frog splash, and Rhea was out at this point. I think, yeah, she was out at this point. So I actually thought that Io Sky was going to pick up the victory then, but she didn't. We had a fantastic springboard moonsault to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky by Naomi, which was fucking fantastic. Like, a lot of shit happened in this match that was really, really fucking enjoyable, and that's my, again, reasonings to giving this match right here a 4 out of 5. A horrible knee to Io by Naomi. It sounded absolutely fucking dreadful. Like, you could hear the fucking just bang on her knee, and it just looked, anyway, even if like she made the sound or whatever happens during a wrestling match, it looked fucking awful. We had a near fall by Rhea Ripley where I thought that Rhea was going to pick up the victory, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't have mind if Rhea, Io or Naomi picked up the ring, when obviously one of the 3 would have picked up the victory, but I personally didn't care who won, because I was down for whoever versus Stephanie. Like, I was down for an Io versus Stephanie, I was down for Rhea versus Stephanie, and I'm down for Naomi versus Stephanie. So I didn't really care who won. So when it came to near falls by both Io and Rhea, I wouldn't have cared if they won, because I'm loving the fact that whoever won this match is going to have a match with Stephanie. But I will say now, I do believe they're going to make that match a fatal 4-way. I don't know if they will, but the fact that Io didn't get pinned, that gives her a reasoning to add herself to this match. And the fact that Naomi kind of cheated to win by, lifting up the tights to put more leverage on the pin, it gives them both reasonings to add themselves to the match and make it a fatal 4-way for the Women's World Championship between Stephanie, Io and Rhea versus Naomi. Like, I can see them doing that. I don't think they will, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. And I would be so down for a fatal four-way between those four. Like, hell yeah, I'll be down for a fatal four-way instead of just a traditional one-on-one match between Naomi and Stephanie. I'll be so down for a fatal four-way between all four of them. Like, so down. We had a fantastic cannonball to Naomi as well. A cannonball to Naomi by Rhea, which was fucking insane. Like, it literally, a whole fucking, like, chunk of her leg just landed square face in Naomi's face. Like, normally she kind of lands on their body, but her whole body weight just landed on Naomi, and it looked one of the best cannonballs that she's done from the apron since she started doing those. That was definitely the best one that she did to Naomi last night, by far, because that just looked fucking insane. Rhea done her finisher from the second rope to Io, but as I said, Naomi was able to get herself back up into the ring, roll up Rhea, grab the tights, and run away with the victory. Therefore, the story carries on of Rhea not being able to beat Io Sky in a match, because Rhea has still not beaten Io Sky thanks to Naomi. And I'm loving the whole, like, Rhea, like, trying to beat Io Sky, and I'm glad that they're carrying it on. And I feel like the storyline that they've been doing with the whole, like, Rhea not being able to pin Io has made the match, like, WrestleMania worthy or Royal Rumble worthy, because it's becoming a really big thing now that Rhea can't beat Io Sky. And I feel like they've done enough storyline and they've built up really well for me, like, to be interested in them carrying this on even till WrestleMania next year, where they have matches, or they don't have matches, and they kind of drift a little bit now, Io and Rhea, and then they come down the line to one another again, and they have a match at WrestleMania, because Rhea is still not beating Io, and it's definitely WrestleMania worthy now, that match. And I think they need to put some sort of stipulation on the match if they do Rhea versus Io at WrestleMania 42, but I don't know what type of stipulation, but I feel like it's worthy of a stipulation now. Like, if Rhea doesn't beat Io, there's some sort of stipulation involved in this match that they could do at WrestleMania. I'm hoping for anyway. But yeah, Naomi retained her Women's World Championship, and we are getting Stephanie Vaquer versus Naomi at Clash in Paris in 3 weeks time, Sunday, I think 3 weeks time. No, 4 weeks time. 4 weeks time, Sunday, I think it is actually. Anyway. But I'm glad that we've already got a match booked for Clash in Paris, because Naomi and Stephanie now have 4 weeks to hopefully build up a really good storyline with the pair of them. It wouldn't surprise me, like I've said, if they add if they add Io and Rhea into the match, because of the whole Naomi cheating to win by grabbing the tights, and the whole fact that Io wasn't pinned. It wouldn't surprise me if they add those two into the match at Clash in Paris, and I would be down for it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be down for it. But yeah, like I said, I did give this match a 4 out of 5, and I did get my prediction right in Naomi retaining. Match number 2, we had the incredible TLC ladder match between Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Fraction, Andrade and Rey Fenix. Who am I forgetting? Motor City Machine Guns and the current and retaining WWE Tag Team Champions in the Wyatt 6. I gave this match a 5 out of 5. Like, I knew as soon as this match started that I was going to give it a 5 out of 5. I think even like 10 minutes into this match I gave it a 5 out of 5 already, because it just was fucking incredible in the first like 2 minutes. That it was worthy of me giving it a 5 out of 5 before the match even finished, because it was absolutely fucking incredible. I haven't wrote much down for it, because I didn't want to like write too much down for this TLC ladder match, because I want you guys, if you haven't watched that match for whatever reasoning, to go and watch it, because it was fucking incredible. At the beginning of the match, everybody turned on the Wyatt 6, not as in like they turned on the Wyatt 6, as in like they turned on them, as in like they all turned to face the White Six, and they all 5 tag teams beat the shit out of the White Six, and I really, really enjoyed that, and I knew that was going to happen at the beginning of this match, and I'm glad they went with that decision to do that. We had dive after dive after dive during the first like 5-6 minutes of this match, just everybody just diving at every corner that the cameramen just couldn't, and camerawomen just couldn't like film it, because everybody was just diving from every single corner. It was very difficult to know what was going on, because so much was going on, because there was so many people involved in this match. And later on in the match, we also had the interferences of Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, B-Fab, and Candice LeRae. So we had an extra 5 people in this match, making it what? Like 13, 14, 15, 17 people? 17? Yeah, 17 people involved in this match. Like 17 people in just a tag team match. It's just crazy. There was so many people involved and so much crazy shit happened. We also had a cameo at the beginning of the match, before the match even started, from the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys, because obviously they were part of the first TLC match at SummerSlam in 2000, which is crazy to think that was 25 years ago, and that was the first match to happen on SummerSlam, and then 25 years later they do the first 2 nights SummerSlam, and I'm 25. That is mad. It's just gutting that Christian and Edge are both in AEW, and they didn't have all 3 of them to celebrate that it was 25 years ago. Like, that is truly gutting, because as much as I love the Hardy Boys, I especially Jeff. I've been a Jeff fan since 2011. I absolutely adore the fuck out of Jeff Hardy, and I like the Dudley Boys. I'm not a massive fan on the Dudley Boys. I love the whole Aces and Eights that Bubba Ray done in TNA, but I'm not a massive fan of Devon Dudley. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was, because I just wasn't as much. I didn't really get to see those 2 as a tag team. I only really got to see what happened in TNA. But I was a massive fan of Edge. Edge was one of my reasons why I watched WWE in the first place in 2010. So it is very gutting to not have Edge and Christian as part of this celebration for TLC, but oh well, it's what it is. It's what it is. We also had an incredible spot in this match where Joe Gacy threw a chair at Axiom. Fucking hell, hang on guys. Jesus, fucking hell. I got too excited about the Joe Gacy chair shot that checked me own phlegm. Anyways, yeah, we had a fucking incredible, insane spot by Joe Gacy where he threw the fucking chair at Axiom. I'm loving the whole, like, throwing, like, chairs at one another. Like, it adds to the match for me, because obviously you can do that on WWE 2K now, and I find that hilarious when they do it on WWE 2K, because it looks so stupid on the game, but in real life it looks fucking insane, but on the game it looks so ridiculous. Yeah, we had a drop kick into a chair by Motor City Machine Guns. We had a DDT into the table by Joe was it Johnny Gargano? Yeah, Johnny Gargano to Joe Gacy, I think it was. Yeah, it was. And then we had a leg drop from Dexter Lumis onto Montez Ford, and then straight after that we had a 450 splash frog splash, sorry, by Ray Phoenix onto Nathan Frazier, and then we had a Spanish fly into the table by Angelo Dawkins to Axiom. Yeah, Axiom. To Axiom. Like, we had 4 table spots like straight after one another. Like, I'm glad they didn't happen like gradually throughout the match, like literally one after one after one after one that happened, and it just made the whole sequence of everybody going into chairs fucking incredible. We had a scary spot as well where Candice got herself involved, and B-Fab and Nikki Cross got themselves involved, and we had like what they called, like body slams. No, that's not what I'm looking for. A slam anyway, like a power slam kind of thing, to one another, and then Candice like tried to get the tag team championships, and Montez kicked Tommaso Ciampa into Johnny Gargano. It made the ladder move, and then Candice LeRae went leg first into the table that was set up by Tommaso Ciampa in the first place. Like, that was a crazy spot, and it looked dreadful. Like, the way that she landed, yeah, no, wouldn't want to be Candice LeRae, I can tell you that, because that looked absolutely fucking horrible and scary. And then we had a spot where Uncle Howdy got himself involved. Eric Rowan got himself involved earlier on in the match as well. But this spot where Uncle Howdy got himself involved and he pushed both Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano into the 4 tables that Montez and Angelo Dawkins set up, I think. Yeah, it was, yeah. That was a fucking crazy spot. There was just so many crazy spots that I've missed out because, like I said, I didn't want to involve everything that happened in this match, but there was everything about this match was done to perfection. Then I did give this a 5 out of 5, and I did get my prediction right in the Wyatt 6 retaining, so at the moment I am 2 for 6, well, 2 for 2, but 2 out of 6, but then it goes downhill from here, because I'll tell you this now, that is the only 2 matches I get correct, because every other match I predicted the wrong person. So I've done terrible with the predictions, but with the match order, if I just swapped Rio to first and Lyra down 1 and the TLC down 1, I would have got the match order correct, which is very fucking annoying, but I got 3 out of 6 for the match order correct, but for match prediction wise on people I got right, I got 2 out of 6. I've done fucking terrible. Match number 3, we had Lara Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. I did give this match a 5 out of 5. I feel like it was a very low 5 out of 5 compared to the TLC match, but I did believe that this match, personally for me, was better than the triple threat at the beginning of the night, so I couldn't give it the same rating because I just felt it was that much better than the triple threat between Naomi, Io and Becky, and Naomi, Io and Rhea. So I did give this match a 5 out of 5, but it was a low 5 out of 5. I'll say now, I predicted that Lara Valkyria was going to win because of the stipulation, but that is not what happened. Becky Lynch retained her Intercontinental Championship, which I'm glad about. We'll get on to how she won it, retained it, sorry, later on, as we speak about this match. But Lara brought out a crowbar, which was fucking insane. I don't know why it was black and yellow. I'm not really sure why it was coloured black and yellow. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Don't know why there was need for it to be coloured, because it wasn't coloured in like blue and black like Lara wears. It was blue and yellow, like more like a Naomi like type like colour that she's going with, the whole like blue and yellow like caution, blue and yellow, black and yellow like caution tape. So that was very random that it was that colour crowbar. But yeah, she brought out a crowbar. Becky got thrown into the cameraman, which was fucking insane because that weren't meant to happen, because he quickly like walked off like nothing had happened. He went like, whoa, he like just walked off like that wasn't meant to happen. He kept getting in the way though. It was really fucking annoying me. I kept not like shouting at the telly, but I kept saying to the telly like, Cameron, you need to move out the fucking way, like you're in the way. Like, you kept getting in the way of the match. I was just like, what's he doing, mate? Like, I don't know why he weren't standing behind the barricade and taking pictures from there. Like, why was he standing right in the middle of it all? Like, what an idiot. So that was quite funny. We had multiple kendo shots by Lyra to Lyra by Becky, sorry. Kendo sticks. Sounds horrible. Is it weird that I want to have a kendo shot to the ribs just to know what it feels like? Because it sounds fucking awful, that I actually kind of intrigued to know what a kendo shot feels like. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird, but I don't know. Like, I'm very intrigued to know what it actually feels like, because when they do it on wrestlers, no matter who it is, it sounds fucking dreadful. And the ones that were done to Lyra by Becky sounded dreadful. We had an awful tool shot to Lyra by Becky Lynch as well, where she whacked the fuck out of Lyra with the toolbox. A wrench shots to Lyra. Lyra was getting destroyed for the majority of this match. I have to say that before we speak about it anymore. Like, Lyra was destroyed for 90% of this match. So I knew that Lyra was not winning because she was just getting too destroyed. I know Punk got really destroyed, but there was reasonings to why I knew Punk was winning that night. I knew that Gunther was injured, so I knew that Punk was winning. Obviously he didn't win in the end, deceptive, but for this match I knew because of how much Lara was getting beaten the shit out of her, I knew that Becky was gonna pick up the victory somehow during this match. We had a bit where zip ties got involved, and I felt that went on for way too long than it should have done. I think 10 minutes of this 33-minute match, however long it was, that was way too long, because Lara got out of it at one point, and I felt like they should have just changed the storyline from there on the fly, because Lara putting herself back into them just made it look fucking stupid. And also the fact that when the fire extinguisher came out to play and she destroyed Becky with the fire extinguisher so that she could get off the zip tie, she couldn't get them to come off, so she had to go under the ring to take off the zip ties, which really like made the match not as good as it was. And that's why I've gone with the low 5, because it kind of put a damper on the match because of the whole zip tie being involved for way too long. I loved the drop kick that Lara did with her hands being tied, and also her doing a moonsault as well with her hands being tied. That was quite sick that she was able to pull that off. But it was way too long for me with the zip tie situation, like way too long. We had so many near falls as well, like so many near falls throughout this match where I thought that Lara was gonna win, Becky was gonna win. Like there was so many near falls, so many. We had a near fall to the manhandle slam as well by Becky Lynch. We saw multiple more kendo sticks by Becky Lynch as well. Lara also got her revenge on Becky by hitting Becky with the kendo sticks multiple times as well. And then as Becky was about to attack Lara with the crowbar that Lara brought into play, Bailey stopped Becky from doing it, sorry. Becky was saying to Bailey that, yes, I took you out of WrestleMania, but Lara is the reason that you are not in this match right now. So have your revenge on Lara. Take her out, 4 horsewomen. And then Bailey threw the crowbar and just beat the shit out of Becky Lynch, to the point where I thought that Bailey was going to destroy Becky, that Lara was going to be able to pick up the victory, but no, Becky threw Bailey over the barricade. She sort of laid on the Slim Jim table to relax, and then out of nowhere comes Lara Valkyria with a frog splash type situation. From no camera view, there was no like view of her like making her appearance to do that move. She just flung out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, she made me jump because I didn't see her coming from any angle. She just was there. I was like, okay. And then Lara obviously threw her into the ring. Becky managed to outdo Lara, whatever she was going to do. Bailey got herself involved with it again with a chain wrapped around her hand. She meant to punch Becky but ended up punching Lara to help Becky do the manhandle slam to pick up the victory. And as long as Becky Lynch is Intercontinental Champion, Lara can never go after Becky again. And I'm assuming they're going to turn Lara heel, and we're going to get a heel Lara Valkyria versus a babyface Bailey as a feud, because their feud isn't done, and Bailey and Becky's feud isn't done either. But I feel like they're going to do a filler feud for Bailey first with Lara. Becky's going to have a feud with potentially Nikki Bella apparently, and then later down the line Bailey will get her revenge on Becky Lynch, and that will set up Bailey versus Becky for the Intercontinental Championship in a one-on-one scenario, because Lara can't get herself involved. But yeah, I did say Lara Valkyria is going to win, and like I said, after the second match, I do get every single match wrong from here. So yeah, didn't get this one right. My mum got 4 out of 6. The only match she got wrong was the match between Andrade and Rey Fenix. She said that they were going to win, and then she said that John Cena was going to win. That's the only 2 matches she got wrong. Other than that, she was very correct on her answers. But yeah, like I said, I did give this match a low 5 out of 5 because it was very much enjoyable and went on for a bit too long, but there was loads of cool spots that to me made this match just that little bit better than the triple threat at the beginning of the match. But yeah, Becky Lynch won. She's still our Intercontinental Champion thanks to Bailey, and Lara can never go after the Intercontinental Championship as long as as long as Becky Lynch is champion. The fourth match of the night was, in my opinion, the worst match of the night. Absolutely fucking dreadful. Was the match between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Inside a steel cage. You're probably going to be confused, but I did give this match a 3 out of 5 because what we saw in the cage, for the little that we saw in the cage, it was decent. And the moonsault that Jacob done at the end of the match as well, when Solo was able to pick up the victory, that was cool to see, like very, very cool to see. And the MFTs getting involved, I was glad that they didn't get involved too much, and Jimmy getting involved as well. That's the reasonings for the 3 out of 5. But if Jacob had never done the moonsault from the top of the cage and Jimmy Uso had never got involved, this match would have been a 2 out of 5 because it was just not great at all. It was very boring, very quick, and a very weird decision to have Solo win because I'm not here for Solo and Jacob anymore now. Like, how bad this match was has made me not excited for them to run it back. Like, I don't care for Solo and Jacob anymore. Like, I don't, and I hate saying that because I love Jacob, but I don't care for Jacob versus Solo Sikoa, like, for a very long time. I want Jacob to go on and do something else now, because I'm not here for that. I know they're going to carry it on, but I'm not really here for it as much anymore now, because the match was just dreadful last night. We got 2 moonsaults from Jacob to Solo during the match, which was cool to see, because Jacob moonsaults are just fucking incredible for the structure of the person, the man he is. It's fucking incredible to see him do the moonsaults as well as he does. And yeah, the MFT and Jimmy got involved quite early on in the match, and when they got involved quite early on in the match, I was like, this match isn't going to be very good, and it's going to be very quick. Because they got involved, like, I'd say about 5 minutes into this match, 5-6 minutes into this match, and then when they got involved, about 3 minutes later, it was finished. So this match was probably about 9 minutes at most, 8-9 minutes. That was it. Jacob got handcuffed by Talatonga, and I was like, are you actually kidding me? They're going to end it that quickly with Jacob getting handcuffed? But he managed to rip the handcuff off and stop Solo from winning. But literally 30 seconds later, Talatonga kicked the cage into Jacob Fatu, setting up Solo being dragged out by Talatonga to pick up the victory. And then that was it. And then we had the moonsault at the end of the match to Tongaloa and James Mateo, because they were locked in the cage by Jimmy Uso. And then that was it. That was it. Like, that is literally all that happened in this match with Jacob and Solo. And they built the storyline up with these two, like, so fucking well, with the whole, like, fake accident, with the whole, like, police interviewing Jacob, and it wasn't actually Jacob, to the point he got released and beat the shit out of all of them, to the point that Solo then got arrested, and the whole, like, situation that happened in Money in the Bank, where Jacob turned on Solo, and Solo wasn't able to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, the whole surprise victory of Solo beating Jacob Fatu at Night of Champions, and then they do this. Like, what was this? Like, this was absolutely dreadful, and was worst match of the whole night, both nights, in my opinion. I felt that Jade Cargill and Tiffany had a way better match than this. Like, this was just dreadful. Like, I don't know why their decision was to make this match as bad as it was, but to me, it was the worst match of the whole weekend. And it's just very disappointing, because I love Jacob Fatu, but unfortunately, WWE just didn't book this match to be good. But it is what it is. Hang on, guys. Match number 5 was for the men's side of the Intercontinental Championship, and that was between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. I haven't wrote much for this match at all. Like, that is literally all I wrote. But I did feel that it was better than Jacob versus Solo, as much as this match was also quite short. I felt the comedic side of this match was very much enjoyable. And what happened at the end of the match as well has made me want to carry on seeing this feud, because I definitely think that's what's going to happen. We'll talk about that in a second. But first off, what an entrance by AJ Styles. Like, I think Dominic wore similar colours to what Rey Mysterio wore, and then AJ Styles wore similar colours to what Eddie Guerrero wore, and what a fucking incredible entrance, because this was, we have to remember, guys, that this was AJ Styles' last SummerSlam. Like, it's gutting to say out loud, but this was his last SummerSlam. He will not be at SummerSlam next year. He wants to retire before he's 50. He's 50 before SummerSlam happens next year. So this is his last SummerSlam. And in a way, I'm gutted that the match wasn't incredible, considering it was his last match on SummerSlam, at SummerSlam PLE. I mean, it might not be, but I really do feel that it is. But he got the sick entrance, he got to dress like Eddie Guerrero, they got to have a comedic, similar match to, not in terms of like style wise, but in terms of like character wise, with them cheating to win, as Eddie Guerrero done, because they were very much back and forth. I have to give them that as well. It was very back and forth, but definitely the best part of this match, was Dominic bringing out a steel chair, hitting it on the mat, pretending that AJ Styles hit him with the chair, and then AJ Styles wrapping it around his neck and then falling to the floor. Like, that was the best part of this match, and I did give this match 3 out of 5. As much as it was short and there weren't really much wrestling action, the comedic aspect of this match and the whole entrance itself as well by both of them made me really enjoy this match. We had a brainbuster to Dominic Mysterio as well, which looked absolutely fucking insane. Like I said, the favourite part of this match was the whole like Eddie Guerrero situation that they done. But AJ took off Dominic's boot, which I didn't realise Dominic actually undone himself until they showed the highlights. But as AJ was going for the calf something, anyway, the signature, calf signature, I can't remember what it's called, calf cutter, I think it is, calf cutter, yeah, as he was going for that anyway, Dominic had undone his boot, undone his boot, so as AJ Styles was trying to lock it in properly, Dominic's boot came off, and AJ was like, what the fuck? But I didn't realise, like I said, I didn't realise that Dominic had undone it before the match even was over. He'd done it mid-match. I thought he genuinely just took off his boot for some weird reason. But yeah, I did predict that AJ Styles was going to win, because I just felt like it was the right decision, considering that Dominic has a match in the next couple of weeks for the AAA Championship, World Championship, that I was expecting Dominic to lose and then win that championship instead, and then AJ Styles go on to have a rivalry with somebody else. But that's not what happened. Dominic retained the Intercontinental Championship, and at the moment we are 4 for 4 in retainings. 5 for 5 in retains. Like, we hadn't had one title change so far, but one, which is crazy. But yeah, I can see them carrying on this match, and I am here for them carrying this match on, because technically Dominic cheated to win, and I feel like this whole feud with AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio is worth them carrying on, because it's been absolutely hilarious. The whole like comedic gimmick that AJ Styles has been doing with Dominic at the moment, it made sense for them to plan that match out the way that they did. So I am down for a rematch at Clash in Paris, which I think is going to happen. I think they will do AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio at Clash in Paris at the end of this month, and I'll be so down for that. But yeah, I did get this match wrong. I've already said to you guys that I only got 2 out of 6, so you know that the last result I did get that wrong too. But I did give this match a 3 out of 5, just based on the whole like entrance and comedic aspect, and the match itself was decent. So yeah. Anyways, we are now on to the main event of the whole SummerSlam weekend, and the main event of night 2, which was between Cody Rhodes and John Cena, who at the time was our current WWE Undisputed Champion. but no longer is. And I was really fucking shocked that Cody Rhodes picked up the victory. I was not 1% of me was like, Cody Rhodes is gonna win. Not one. I didn't think it was happening. Like, not whatsoever. Like, whatsoever. I did not think that Cody Rhodes was gonna pick up the victory at last night's SummerSlam. Not a chance. It just the whole, like, him filming like Street Fighter and John Cena just turning babyface and then he loses the championship just felt really odd to me. So I was like, there's no way Cody's winning. But Cody is our new WWE Undisputed Champion, which I am down for because I love Cody Rhodes, but just wasn't expecting it, like, at all. I did give this match a 5 out of 5 because this match went on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes this match was. We got a John Cena and Cody Rhodes match for 40 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Why didn't they do this at WrestleMania? Like, it makes me question even more on WWE's heads at the time when they were booking the Cody Rhodes and John Cena match at WrestleMania 41. Like, what the fuck were they doing? Because look what they've done with this match. Like, absolutely fucking incredible. Imagine we had this sort of match at WrestleMania. Like, how good of a feud this John Cena and Cody Rhodes situation would have been if John Cena had a similar match to what they had last night at WrestleMania. Because what the hell were they doing? Like, I was so confused of why WrestleMania 41 match was terrible, and this match that they put on last night was 40 minutes long and was absolutely fucking incredible. I have to say as well, what an entrance by Cody Rhodes. Like, what a fucking entrance by Cody. Like, we got his dad speaking at the beginning of the match, beginning of the entrance, which I found, like, so heartwarming, and I'm so glad that they went with that decision to do that, because it just made his entrance, like, so fucking cool, like, so cool. And then obviously Cody Rhodes was lifted up through the elevator, I guess, yeah, elevator, stairwell, I don't know what it's called, with his mask on that has cracks on it, which is very suspicious. Everybody wants Cody Rhodes to turn heel, but I feel like they're going to do it unexpectedly because we want Cody Rhodes to turn heel. They're going to do it unexpectedly when we don't see it coming. And the cracks on the mask are starting to show, which means that is he slowly turning heel, but like doing it very like weirdly in a Cody Rhodes way, which is what it's seeming to be. But yeah, no, one entrance by Cody Rhodes, and then we had the entrance of, at the time, the WWE champion John Cena, all blacked out, and I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. I thought face John Cena's back. Is he just going to carry on doing this dark entrance, or is colourful John Cena back? And colourful John Cena is back, and we do have babyface John Cena. Like, babyface John Cena is back, like officially back. And I'm not a John Cena fan. I never have been a John Cena fan. Just someone I just grew up not liking. I was a Punk guy. I was an Edge guy. I was anyone that John Cena was facing, apart from the person that returned tonight. I was not on John Cena's side. That was the only match that I was on John Cena's side for, was when he faced Brock Lesnar in 2012. That's the only time I was Team Cena. But other than that, I've always been against John Cena, because it's just, I don't know, just something about the way John Cena wrestles and just the John Cena character that I just didn't relate to, and I just didn't personally enjoy watching. That was just me. I just didn't. I was a Punk guy. I was an Edge guy. I was a Jeff Hardy guy. I was a Triple H guy. I was Undertaker. Like, I was just into so many different people that don't match how John Cena looks. So it just, I don't know. I just never was a massive fan of John Cena. But I am beyond happy that John Cena got to have a heel run. Because he done fucking incredible. I have to give him that. Like, he done fucking incredible with this whole heel run. Like, a fantastic job at it. And I'm glad we got to see 5 months of heel John Cena, and now the last 4.5 months, we get to see babyface John Cena throughout the rest of his tour. And I said to people that this SummerSlam is going to be the day that John Cena turns babyface, because it makes sense for him to go on to have the last like 4.5 months of a babyface run, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm so beyond happy that we get to see face John Cena again, and we get the proper John Cena that we're used to. Because the heel John Cena was good, don't get me wrong, it was very fucking good. He'd done a very good job at being a heel, but it just didn't work. It didn't work with John Cena. Like, babyface John Cena is where it's at when it comes to the John Cena character. And I'm beyond grateful that I got to see John Cena as a heel, because not a lot of people people aren't going to get to see that now. Like, the people that have been to all the shows that John Cena has been at this year, we have to be like grateful that we have got to see face John Cena or heel John Cena, because this is the last tour. This is the last time we are going to see John Cena in a wrestling match and in a wrestling scenario, whether that's on the mic or anything. Like, this is it. So I am like forever grateful that I got to see heel John Cena on March 31st alongside Cody Rhodes as the current WWE champion at the time. Beyond grateful I've got to see heel John Cena, like, beyond grateful. So that's quite crazy that I've got to see that, because everybody wanted it for so long, and the fact that I was able to see heel John Cena in person is insane. But we had a show of respect at the beginning of the match, but they both shook hands and hugged it out, which I was so glad to see. I was worried that John Cena was going to turn on Cody then, or Cody was going to turn on John Cena, but luckily we didn't. We just got a show of respect between the both of them, and that's what we got throughout the whole match. Crutches came into play. I think it was John Cena that brought out the crutches. It might have been Cody Rhodes, but I think it was John Cena. Can't remember. I think it was John Cena though. Cena threw the stairs at Cody Rhodes when Cody Rhodes was outside of the ring. John Cena was struggling to pick those stairs up, which was crazy to see, and it goes to show that this was the right year for John Cena to, you know, make the decision to retire. Yeah, he threw the stairs at Cody Rhodes, which smacked Cody Rhodes dead ass in the face. Incredible. We had a power driver to John Cena as well by Cody Rhodes, which was fucking insane because I wasn't expecting it. It was quite early on in the match as well. We got to see that. We got a fantastic Cody cutter to John Cena like twice in this match as well, where I genuinely thought that it was over. There was so many like moments in this match where I thought it was over, because John Cena doesn't tend to have like long matches. He tends to have like 13 to 22 minutes, and the fact that when it got to like 24 minutes on my phone and it was still carrying on for an extra like 15 minutes, I was like, what is happening? Like, this match, like I said at the beginning, went on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes this match went on for. Like, fucking incredible showing by them both. Like, absolutely fucking incredible. We got power drivers, we got fantastic Cody cutters, we got crutches brought into play, steel steps brought into play. John Cena done 9 AAs. 9. All together throughout the 40 minutes of this match. John Cena done 9 AAs. 9. Like, what the fuck? 9. I think Cody done the Cody cutter about 6-7 times. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 5. In between 5 and 7 anyway. 5 and 7 times Cody done the crossroads. So we got like 5 to 7 crossroads. We got 9 AAs, because I wrote down every time John Cena done an AA. Like, what the fuck? We got multiple Cody cutters, we got multiple STFs, like, fucking incredible. Like, WWE done an absolutely fantastic job on booking this match, because everything about this whole match from beginning to end was built to perfection. We also got glimpses of heel Cody Rhodes in this match as well, where Cody wasn't hesitant on beating John Cena with the metal bit of the rope, with the title. Like, there was so much to come out of this match that made this match absolutely fucking incredible, and well worth the main event of SummerSlam, and well worth seeing Cody versus John Cena 2.0, and well worth a 40-minute match. Like, absolutely fucking incredible, and well worth 5 stars as well, because just insane. We got, like I said, we got multiple near falls throughout this match between both John Cena and Cody Rhodes. We had a shot where Michael Cole? What the fuck? It's because I've read the M. A microphone came into play where John Cena hit Cody Rhodes over the top of the skull with the microphone, and we actually heard the microphone like make a noise, which I'm glad about, because I feel like if John Cena had hit Cody Rhodes with the microphone and there was no noise, it would have been a little bit odd, because there would have just been no noise from it, but I'm glad that the microphone was on, so we actually heard the impact of the noise that they made. We had a suplex into the steel outside in the ring. We had one AA onto the ramp, we had an AA into the announce table. Cena went through a table, then crossroads by Cody Rhodes, and John Cena kicked out. It was so much happened. Like literally, look how much I wrote down for this match. Like that much I wrote down, and that's not even all of it. Like that is not all of it. That's literally like not even half of what happened in this match. It was fucking insane. Like I said earlier, like Cody undone the bottom of the rope and started using that as a thing to whack John Cena with, and then John Cena used it to do the STF by tying the rope around Cody Rhodes' like face. Like just so much happened in this match. Like it was overbooked with when it comes to like movesets that we used in this whole match, with the amount of AAs we used, that John Cena used, the amount of crossroads used, amount of signatures John Cena used, amount of signatures Cody Rhodes used, the table spots, the kendo spots, the crutches spots, the announce table spots, into the crowd spots. Like it was overbooked, but it was booked to over perfection. It was booked to perfection, sorry, because we got to see Super Cena. Like we got Super Cena chants throughout this match, and we also got to see Super Cody, because Cody kicked out of 9 AAs. So we got to see Super Cody and Super Cena, and just booked to I'm going to say this so many times, but just booked to absolute perfection. Like absolute perfection this match was. Like so fucking good, and it makes me even more frustrated that the match at WrestleMania wasn't booked to the perfection that I thought it was going to be, and why it wasn't booked to the perfection that this match was. Like it's so weird to me, so weird. But Cena kicked out of 3 crossroads, and that's when I thought, because it was getting to like the 7-minute mark at that point when Cena kicked out of the crossroads, three of the crossroads that Cody done. So when that happened, I was like, okay, this is where John Cena is going to win, and it made a hell of a lot of sense for John Cena to win, considering he's just turned back to being a babyface, and he loses the title that he wants to take home, which I found very, very weird. Very, very weird that John Cena is no longer our champion, considering the whole thing that promo that he done on SmackDown the couple nights before was that he wants to take the title home so that we remember him, but he lost it 2 nights later, which I do find a very odd decision. I'm very happy that Cody Rhodes won, because it shocked me, and I wasn't expecting it, but I just really, really wasn't expecting John Cena to lose last night. Really wasn't expecting it. We had an AA from the top rope, so Cody Rhodes, which was fucking insane. But Cody Rhodes was able to pick up the victory in this match. Can't remember how he ended it. I'm presuming, didn't we? How did it end? There's so much that happened in this match that I don't even know how this match ended in the first place. No, I don't actually know. I think Cody Rhodes. Didn't John Cena go through the table, and then Cody Rhodes done his crossroads like another 2 times to pick up the victory? I think that's what happened. Like something like that happened anyway. But Cody Rhodes is our new undisputed champion. Like what the hell? Like what? Like so shocked that happened. Like so shocked. Yeah, like what a SummerSlam. Like from beginning to Cody Rhodes winning, this SummerSlam was fucking incredible. Like absolutely fucking incredible, and was definitely gone down in the best SummerSlam in WWE history. And then they fuck it up. It's still one of the best SummerSlams in history, don't get me wrong. Like it still is. It still is. It's still up there for me, and it always will be up there for me. But before we speak about the situation that happened after this match, I quickly want to speak about the whole thing when John Cena came up through the elevator with Cody Rhodes on his shoulders to go into the AA onto the ramp, because that looked fucking hilarious. It literally looked, because the light was shining so bright on John Cena, it looked like John Cena just had a head and shorts. That was it. There was no body. He had no body. It was just his head and the shorts, and that was all I could see, and it was fucking hilarious. I had to just quickly mention that. But Brock Lesnar coming back. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I think I spoke about it. I'm not too sure, but I think I did. Apparently 4 weeks ago, he was cleared of any wrongdoing of this whole situation that's going on with Vince, right? Apparently he's been cleared of any wrongdoing, but I don't know. I'm finding it very weird and very confusing to wrap my head around the fact that he was even named in the first place. Like, surely there's some sort of reasoning for Brock to be named in the first place. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. Because Triple H wasn't involved. He's the son-in-law of Vince McMahon, right? Stephanie McMahon wasn't involved. She's the daughter of Vince. And those two are the closest people to Vince when it came to family, when it came to WWE booking decisions, when it came to running the WWE, and they obviously knew what Vince was doing. Surely they knew, right? Like, surely they knew what Vince was doing. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew a little bit what was going on with Vince, but not to the point of what actually happened. Because I don't feel that Stephanie would agree with her father in what he was doing. So I guess they didn't know what was going on, right? But the fact that Triple H and Stephanie weren't involved and aren't on the list of people that were involved in this whole situation but are the closest people to Vince, but yet Brock Lesnar was brought up into the lawsuit, it's very confusing to me to why he was brought up in the first place. Like, if he's innocent and he's only just been made innocent, even though this has been an ongoing investigation, and it's still ongoing, for like, what, almost 2 years now? Why the hell have WWE brought him back? I don't get it. Like, even if he's cleared of any wrongdoing, I still don't understand why they brought back Brock Lesnar. I don't feel that the WWE needs Brock Lesnar, and the way that WWE have built up their women's division and the fan base that WWE have now, Brock Lesnar being back in the WWE, just his values on situations and just the type of person that he is, because clearly he had some involvement in this whole Vince thing, whether he knew what Vince was doing or he was a part of it. Like, he knew something. Like, even if he wasn't actually involved in this whole thing that Vince was doing behind the scenes, he must have knew what was going on. Like, he must know, and that's why he's a witness in what happened, and he's given his opinion on what happened, and he doesn't believe that Vince actually done all this stuff. But he's been named in some sort of way, whether he's innocent and wasn't involved, or he is actually involved, or he's a witness, whatever it is, he's somewhat involved in this whole disgusting situation with Vince, and I just feel like it's a really weird decision to have him back in WWE in 2025. Like, especially with how the world is at the moment, with people getting cancelled for anything. Like, you could wear a different colour of sock, you could wear a white sock and a black sock, and people would come up with things to call you a bad person. So you can get cancelled for anything nowadays, and I just feel like bringing Brock back in 2025 just is a very odd decision. Because WWE surely knew that wrestling, like hardcore wrestling fans, weren't going to be happy about this, and even new wrestling fans weren't going to be happy about this, because Brock's values in just general life is not the same as the majority of wrestling fans. So I just feel like this is a very odd decision to bring Brock back. Like, look at Hulk Hogan, for example. Like, he was booed out of the building at the debut Raw on Netflix, and Brock is a very similar person to him, like, in terms of his values. So I just find it very odd that people were complaining about the fact that he could potentially come back, and then when he came back, they're cheering. Like, there's a lot of people that are not liking the decision of Brock coming back to face John Cena, but there is also loads of people that were a few months ago hating the fact that Brock was going to come back, and now all of a sudden they're cheering the fuck out of him. Like, what? Like, okay, fake. I don't know. Like, it kind of ruined SummerSlam for me, because even if these rumours of involvement in this whole situation aren't true and he's innocent, I personally just never have liked Brock Lesnar anyway. I've just found him to not be a very nice person. He's always had stick when it comes to working with him backstage. He was not easy to work with, and he's never been easy to work with. That's why he's left multiple times and come back, because he's not a good person to work with. He just genuinely isn't a good person backstage to work with. I don't know if he's changed, because obviously we had a similar situation with CM Punk where he wasn't a good person to work with because he just had an attitude and he was very arrogant, but he has changed. So Brock Lesnar might have changed, but I don't know. I've just never liked Brock Lesnar, and I guess a little tiny, like, 1% of me is intrigued to see what they do with Brock versus Cena, but that 99.9% of me doesn't care for Cena versus Brock. I don't know. I'm not going to speak any more on this because this video has been an hour long. But there was a lot to talk about when it comes to this. SummerSlam last night. A lot to talk about. But yeah, I'm not going to go into much detail. I will go into more detail on the Raw review that I do tomorrow, because I had you know what, actually, quickly, let's just try and make it quick. Quickly, before I go on to what I was about to say, my match of the night was Cody Rhodes versus John Cena by a mile. Like, this was 100% my match of the night. 5 out of 5 out of 5 out of 5 out of 5. Like, absolutely fucking insane, incredible. So this is my match of the night. But quickly, I was expecting The Rock, because John Cena turned heel alongside The Rock, right? And became The Rock's champion, because Cody was supposed to be Rock's champion, but Cena became Rock's champion instead. And then Cody Rhodes was able to bring out babyface John Cena, which is what happened on the Friday Night SmackDown on the 1st of August, where John Cena said that John Cena came back to the WWE. Mark your calendar, on the August 1st, 2025, John Cena came back to the WWE, right? And then 2 nights later, he loses the WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes, who was originally supposed to turn heel in the first place, but they went with John Cena, right? So I was expecting The Rock to come out at the end, brutally attack John Cena, setting up John Cena versus The Rock. The third match, which is the trilogy, because they've done 2 matches, obviously they've done one in 2012 and they've done one in 2013. I was expecting John Cena's last ever match to be The Rock, whether that was at a Saturday Night Main Event, on a Raw episode, on a SmackDown episode, a new PLE that WWE come up with. I was expecting John Cena's last match to be The Rock, because technically John Cena's gone back on The Rock's word, because The Rock helped John Cena turn heel in the first place and helped John Cena to become champion in the first place. I know The Rock wasn't involved in WrestleMania, but he helped John Cena to bring out this inner heelness to the point that he won at WrestleMania, because he brought out this inner heelness. And then John Cena decides suddenly that he's now back to being a babyface, loses the championship 2 nights later, but we don't get The Rock and Cena. I just find that really weird, and the whole situation of Rock being involved in the first place is even more pointless than it was originally. So that's my opinion on it. I feel like that should have been The Rock, and we should have got The Rock destroying John Cena, setting up later this year Rock versus John Cena for one last time. I mean, that could still happen, but I don't know if I see that now. I mean, he could return at Survivor Series if John Cena's involved in this, like, Survivor Series match. Good guys versus bad guys, maybe Team Cena versus Team Rollins. But yeah, I was expecting that to happen, but instead we got Brock Lesnar. Like, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, guys, this video has been an hour long. But there's been so much to talk about when it comes to this SummerSlam. But anyways, guys, if you have watched this video all the way to the end, you're an absolute legend. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Please let me know in the comments down below your ratings of last night's SummerSlam, how you feel about Brock Lesnar's return, and what was your match of the night. And yeah, I did give last night's SummerSlam a 5 out of 5 because I felt it to be absolutely incredible. Brock returning was a little bit of a letdown, but other than that, it was a 5 out of 5. I'm basing it on matches. It was a 5 out of 5, 100%. And yeah, my match of the night, like I've already said, was Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, because it was absolutely fucking incredible. But anyways, guys, we have WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see where storylines plan out from last night's from last night's SummerSlam and where we go from here. So I'm very, very intrigued and very excited for Raw tonight. And I will be doing a Raw review, of course. But anyways, guys, this has been Charlie, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.